Have you ever asked questions like, is God real? How can we know? Who created God? If God is so good, then how could he create a world with so much death and suffering? How do we know Christianity is the true religion and not others like Islam or Buddhism? Are aliens real? Did God also create aliens? Whether you're a Christian who's questioning the reasons behind your faith, or you're a skeptic examining Christianity to see if it holds any water, or is just a man-made religion, then you've come to the right place. I'm starting this channel to answer these questions about God, the universe, evil, heaven, hell, evolution, and more. But there are already so many YouTube videos out there answering these questions, so why start another YouTube channel? So yes, there are answers out there, but number one, it lacks compilation into one convenient place. So it takes you a lot of time to research, to put together all the pieces. Two, there's an intellectual barrier. The scientific terms make it difficult for most people to understand. And I want to bridge that gap by explaining those answers in simple terms. So I stand on the shoulders of giants. I take what highly credible and experienced Bible scholars, scientists have already said, and I convey those answers in a way that even the layman will understand. In this phase of life, I believe that God is calling me to use my skills as a secondary school tutor because I teach 16-year-old kids biology for a living, to explain these answers in a simple way that even teenagers will understand. Okay, but why is it important that the layman Christian and the skeptic get these answers? Why don't we just leave it to the intellectuals, to those with very high IQs or fancy degrees to answer? So here are 5 reasons that even you, a layman Christian, should be able to answer these questions. Number 1, 1 Peter 3:15 commands us to do so. But in your hearts, honor Christ as the Lord is holy, always being prepared to make a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you, yet do it with gentleness and respect. So the original Greek word for make a defense is apologia, which is where we get the term apologetics. And apologetics seems like a long word, it just means defending the faith with reason. So we must be ready to give thoughtful explanations and reasons, not just blind faith. Unfortunately, many Christians lack apologetics training. So in this channel, I hope to present the arguments in a way that is gentle and respectful, even if I don't agree with a certain view. Number 2, because lack of apologetics teaching leads to many Christians doubting their own faith, leading to many, especially the youth who aren't getting taught this in the church or by their parents, leaving the Christian faith. I think healthy skepticism is good and should be addressed, even if it's from Christians. And these Christians, they want answers. Number 3 is for the pre-believers who are exploring Christianity. So I know of people who are exploring but not yet fully convinced. And they have so many questions. So I want to create a library of short videos explained simply so that it's easily digestible, even for the layman who isn't a theological scholar or doesn't have a science education background. So I hope this channel can be the bridge to bring you to see that Christianity is a faith with strong and rational reasons. Number 4, to combat false teaching. So Colossians 2:8 says, see to it that no one takes you captive by philosophy and empty deceit, according to human tradition, according to the elemental spirits of the world, and not according to Christ. So one such philosophy, according to man-made ideas, is the theory of evolution, which, to be honest, should be called a religion because they have faith that molecules can turn into living things as a result of random processes. Now, the elemental spirits mentioned in the verse, the Greeks believed in 4 natural elements that they believed to form the universe: water, fire, earth, and air. So perhaps Paul was telling the Colossians not to believe in these elemental gods. But that's what evolution is, actually. It's a belief in the ability of the physical world to result in life without a creator god, that everything can come into being just by natural processes. And unfortunately, this belief in evolution and that life has existed for billions of years has crept into the church. And I personally know of church-organized institutions teaching the youth that the Old Testament might be mythological, that Genesis is not literal. And why? Probably because it doesn't fit with the billions of years idea that mainstream scientists perpetuate. I'll be making many videos on the evidences that contradicts the millions of years idea and the theory of evolution. I'll link to my evolution playlist in the description of this video. Matthew 7:15-16 also says, beware of false prophets who will come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will recognize them by their fruits. So the fruit of such teaching, I have seen it firsthand. The Christian youths are doubting the reliability of the Bible. And here are some of the things they said. They said Adam and Eve might not even be a real couple. Adam and Eve are just one couple in one such garden, and God made many such couples in many gardens. Satan might not be a real person after all. He's just the embodiment of evil. He's just a metaphor for evil. The Old Testament miracles and stories are just exaggerations, like fables, like myths. And reason number 5, which is actually the most important reason why I'm doing this, is for our children. So recently I've read this book called The Lie, Unraveling the Myth of Millions of Years, and here's a passage from chapter 5 that really hit me. So I quote, "At one church, a very sad father came to me and said, 'My sons rebelled against Christianity.' I remember them coming to me and saying, 'Why should we obey your rules?' I had never thought to tell them that they weren't my rules. I only realized this morning how I should have given them the foundations of God as creator and explained that He sets the rules. I have the responsibility before Him as head of my house to see that they are carried through. They only saw the Christian doctrines I was conveying to them as my opinions or the church's opinions. Now they won't have anything to do with the church. They are doing what is right in their own eyes, not God's." This is so typical of today's Christian society, and it is very much related to this issue of foundations. Many parents do not realize that they are not laying the proper foundation at home by placing the emphasis on God as creator and by taking God at His word in Genesis. When their children go to school, they are given another foundation. God is not creator, and we are simply products of evolutionary processes over millions of years. End quote. So I am going to be a father one day, and I hope to leave a godly legacy and raise godly children. So as the spiritual leader of my house, when my kids ask, "Why do we believe in this faith?" I will have prepared a library of videos for them so that my children can be taught and other kids watching can also build a firm, rational, and logical foundation for their faith. And many Christian parents who do not know how to explain these things or are not yet equipped can learn these things or show it directly to their children. If not, there is a high chance that these children will leave the faith. So if you're a Christian skeptic and you want answers to these questions about God, then please subscribe and check out this video where I explain why the theory of evolution is not true in simple terms that even teenagers can understand.